Hello, we are the Big Bucks, and this is our app, which is a Crest Saga companion app slash character builder. My name is Ash Jacobson.
I'm Andy Chow.
William Hale.
I'm Kyle Long.
And I'm Tyler Richardson. Purpose of our app, the Crest Saga Character Builder, is to allow users to create a character for the Crest Saga tabletop RPG game as simply and as quickly as possible. A brief introduction to tabletop RPG games. Dungeons and Dragons is a tabletop RPG game. It's a very commonly played game. You create a character, create an adventure. You have a GM who guides the players through the game. And when you create a character, there's a lot of options. So there's character builders like Path Builder. Path Builder allows you to create a character. You can use ancestries, backgrounds, classes. You have levels, skills. You have all these things, shields, but it can be overwhelming. Even this app, which simplifies building a character, can be a lot to handle. Crest Saga, which is the game that we're developing our app for, doesn't have one of these. It has a very complex guide with 257 pages, hundreds of options for Crest, invocations, uh, you name it, it's got it. And there's a Crest Saga character sheet, which is a bit simpler, but still is a lot. So our main goal is to create an app that is easy for people to use, makes creating a character super fast, and makes it fun so people can quickly get in and play Crest Saga with their friends. The technologies we used are Spring Boot, which is a starter application that pieces together uh, a lot of stuff with XML. So you can add frameworks, various packages that can help enhance your project very quickly. Java is the language we use to develop on the back end mainly, and a little bit of interaction with the front end. JavaScript we used with HTML to allow for easier interactions. Pixel.js we used to develop the interactive games for the DM mode and campaign creation. HTML and CSS are used to design the front end. Timeleaf is a Spring Boot specific HTML5 thing, which allows for mappings to be made and quick interactions to happen between the front end, back end of the application. JUnit is Java unit testing. We use that to develop unit test. Selenium is for behavioral testing. PostgreSQL is our database, which we used on the back end to store users, monsters, characters, and profile pictures. Heroku is what we use to deploy, and we also have our database hosted there. So we have constant persistence. It was an easy way to get our database set up so everyone can interact with it and have the same data work across every person's computer for easier development. And Maven is used to package everything together so that way it works and you can build the application.
So, for this part of the presentation, I will show you signing up and creating a profile. So, this is Jamie Richardson. She has put in her username, an email, and a password, and then we would sign up. But I've already made an account for ease of access, so if we go over here, we can see the login. The username is Jamie Richard, and the password is the password. So it has some requirements, but we've already made it through all that. I won't bore you with that. So it gets to this little splash page. It's a rather nice one. We resume our adventure. Then we can see this. So this is the splash page. Then I'm going to show you the dice roller. So the dice roller, you can select certain dice, right? Boom, 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 boom. They are added to here, and then you can roll them. They play a little rolling animation, and you can also enable the exploding dice. So what the exploding dice does, whenever you hit the maximum number on the dice, they roll a second dice, right? So if we can get that hit, see, it rolled a 4, and then it rolled another one. And then we can remove those and continue to roll it. So we're going to edit our profile. You see Jamie Richardson, so we are a female. Our pronouns are she, her. We can choose a eye color and a hair color, so we are blonde. So then I can update the preferences and choose a profile picture. So let's see. Here is a profile picture and upload. Boom. Nice little profile picture. So if I go back to the home, you'll see it is displayed in the top left corner. So thank you.
Okay, so now Jamie would like to make her own character. So she will come here to create a new character. Dangerous journey lies upon you. Be the hero of Crest Saga. Okay, so now she can name her new character. She can name it herself. Make it just like her, 170. Black hair, green eyes, age 50. Now she can confirm. Now she will enter forward. Okay, so here on the character overview, here's her character she's made. The age 50 human. So now she can edit her stats. Alright, so here are her stats: strength, endurance, agility, instinct. And she'll have to roll the dice to choose how much of each stat she will have. So here she got a d6, so she chose d6. Another d6, d4, another d6, d8, d4, another d4. So here you can see the ones changed are here. And she can also choose she'll be spirit, her key mental attribute. Submit. Now she can choose what kind of ancestry she wants. She can choose alpha. She can choose a primary trait and a secondary trait. And now she'll submit. Now she can choose her crests, shadows, and storm. Submit. Now she can go back to character overview. And you can see it's changed now here. Her ancestry, primary trait, secondary trait. Now she can view her character. And now you can see all the stats and things she's changed for her own character. And from here, since she has a full character now, she can go to Facebook or Twitter to show off her character to her friends. And also at the bottom, she can also save her character as a JSON. Now we go back to the character selection. We have this progress tracker for her character, where you can see her stats are up here in this graph. She'll also have this experience tracker that'll fill up as she fights more monsters and finishes more battles. And there's also wins and losses over here. And there's all the achievements that she can unlock as she goes through her campaigns. And now the last thing is she can choose the background for her character. And she would like to be this queen here.
Yes, hello, and we're back to show you the monster builder here. Now, Jamie has already gone through all the rigmarole of creating their own character, filling out all the stats and so forth, and all that stuff's, a lot of hard work, and so now she's going to need the actual enemies to fight against. And so she's going to have to actually build those too. The game doesn't really come with, it's a sort of a vehicle for the player's imagination to roam free in, so we're going to have to create our own monsters. And Jamie has created one or two here. We can see wild dogs, that's a beast type monster, and then the Gorgon, it's an elemental, it's tier 6. They have sort of different images there for the monster. But there's not a whole lot there, and the reason being is that there's not a whole lot in the actual sort of manual and how the game works and stuff. We tried to emulate what was necessary with the tiers, but a lot of them are quite simple, and they have like only really one or two basic attacks, pretty basic stats compared to the player. So we try to keep it simple so that the players sort of could do what they want there. And so yeah, we have these are the monsters we have right now, and if we want to make one, we're going to be taken to this really immersive and somewhat loud screen. So yeah, we do want to synthesize a new monster for us to fight. For this one, why don't we go with the Hydra with the many heads. It's going to be a dragon type character, and that's going to be definitely tier 8 for sure. That's going to be stronger than the Gorgon, I think. So now we're ready to see that, and as you can see, that also has its own sort of image there. And yeah, the character will be able to fight these now with their own sort of characters that they've created. Now, hopefully, Jamie has set up her character and built her character right, that she'll be able to do battle and win against these frightening monsters. So we'll see that soon.
And we're going to be going over the interactive games section of the character creator. So we have two modes here. We have the campaign fight and the DM mode. So, for the character campaign fight, we're going to choose our character and our monster and put them up against each other. We can go to our monster fighting view, and here we can choose moves or items. Alright, let's try with an attack. Let's try the lightning attack. Ooh, that was good. Okay. So here we get to utilize the characters and monsters that we've created in the character creator section. Let's see how lightning does. Yes! Good job. And it'll return to the home screen here. So the campaign fight has a variety of different moves that you can use against a variety of different foes. Let's try and fight the Gorgon. Let's just show off a couple of the other moves. How about Undead? Ooh, nice. Your character will grow the more experience it gets. However, this opponent seems a little too difficult. Ah, we lost. We'll have to get a bit more practice. So it'll take us back to the home screen here, and we can try the DM fight, which is for a bit quicker paced fights. We can choose another monster and go into a dice rolling competition. So it seems we beat them on our dice roll, which means we get to attack. Oh, now the opposite's true. Oof. Alright. Let's get another one. Oh, a tie. Okay. Ooh, it's a close fight here. Oh, I'm not sure we're going to be able to do this. Okay. Very close here. We're tied. Okay, one more hit. Ooh, now we're both one away. Yes, we win. Awesome. All right, well, thank you for watching. These are some interactive games that let you use the characters and monsters that you've created in the other steps. Thank you very much.
Hello, thank you so much for viewing our app, and I hope you enjoyed our presentation. Thank you.